10 most dangerous plane landings in the world. Imagine sitting by the window, watching the clouds drift by as the captain's voice calmly announces, "Ladies and gentlemen, we're preparing for landing." Normally, that's the moment passengers relax. But at certain airports around the world, that same announcement means heart-pounding turbulence, cliff-edge runways, and zero room for mistakes. These are places where mountains, oceans, and unpredictable winds turn every landing into a test of nerve and precision. Even the most skilled pilots admit one wrong move, and there's no second chance. Today, we're counting down the 10 most dangerous plane landings in the world. Airports where skill, courage, and physics collide in the most dramatic ways imaginable. 10. Narsarsuaq Airport, Greenland. Surrounded by towering, ice-covered mountains and unpredictable Arctic winds, Narsarsuaq Airport in southern Greenland is a nightmare even for seasoned pilots. The approach slices through narrow fjords where sudden fog, freezing rain, and snowstorms can appear in seconds. Pilots must rely almost entirely on visual navigation, manually guiding their aircraft through gusts strong enough to shake smaller planes violently. To make things worse, the runway is short, often glazed with ice, and bordered by freezing, unforgiving waters. There's no room for hesitation. One small misjudgment can turn catastrophic. Yet, despite its brutal conditions, this airport serves as a vital lifeline for Greenland's isolated communities, connecting them to essential supplies and emergency aid. It stands as a chilling reminder that in aviation, courage and precision often outweigh technology. 9. Barra Airport, Scotland. At first glance, Barra Airport looks more like a quiet seaside than a runway, because it literally is one. Located in Scotland's rugged Outer Hebrides, it's the only airport in the world where scheduled flights land directly on the sand. The runways disappear under the ocean at high tide, forcing pilots to time each arrival and departure perfectly with the tidal charts. Add to that the constant gusts of Atlantic winds, shifting sand texture, and occasional sea spray covering cockpit windows, and you have one of the most unpredictable landing experiences anywhere. There are no lights or modern navigation aids here, only the natural cues of the coastline and experience of the pilot. Still, locals depend on this beach runway daily for mail, food, and transportation. It's a symbol of resilience and how nature still dictates aviation's limits. 8. Gibraltar International Airport. Squeezed between the Mediterranean Sea and the Spanish border, Gibraltar International Airport is one of the most unusual and hazardous airfields on Earth. Its short runway actually crosses Winston Churchill Avenue, the main road running through the city. Whenever a plane is about to land or take off, red lights flash, traffic barriers drop, and cars must stop, just like at a railroad crossing. But the real danger isn't the traffic, it's the wind. Powerful crosswinds coming off the Rock of Gibraltar can violently buffet aircraft during descent, forcing pilots to make last-second corrections while skimming close to the ocean. With water on both ends of the runway and almost no space for error, every landing feels like a calculated risk. Even experienced captains describe it as a test of nerve, precision, and pure concentration, a place where one wrong move could end in disaster. 7. Sabah Airport, Caribbean, Netherlands. Wancho e Yarauskin Airport on the island of Sabah holds the record for the shortest commercial runway in the world, just 1,312 feet long. To put that in perspective, some planes need more distance just to stop from taxiing speed. Flanked by cliffs that drop straight into the sea, there's zero margin for error and absolutely no room for hesitation. Only small turboprop planes are allowed to land here, and pilots require special certification and precision training. Watching a plane approach Sabah is breathtaking. It's like watching a pilot thread a needle while flying through a hurricane, combining technical expertise with nerves of steel. Number 6. Toncontin International Airport, Honduras. In the mountains of Tegucigalpa, Honduras, sits one of the most infamous airports in Central America. Toncontin International requires pilots to execute a sharp 45-degree turn just moments before touchdown, avoiding mountain ridges that sit dangerously close to the runway. Strong winds, thin air, and a short runway make things even harder. Landing here demands split-second timing and total control. Larger aircraft must brake immediately upon landing, as overshooting could mean sliding off the end into rough terrain. Many airlines have shifted to safer airports, but for those still landing here, Toncontin remains a true test of mastery and confidence, separating average pilots from the elite. 5. Courchevel-Alteport, France. High in the French Alps, Courchevel-Alteport looks like something from an action movie. The runway is only 1,762 feet long and slopes upward at a staggering 18.5% gradient. That means takeoffs go downhill, and landings uphill. There are no lights, no go-around procedures, and barely enough space for small private jets. Pilots must commit fully from the moment they start the descent. Once they're in, there's no turning back. Snow, ice, and strong downdrafts make every flight a gamble. It's a favorite destination for luxury travelers and ski enthusiasts, but one where even a single miscalculation can turn a scenic arrival into a disaster. 4. Madeira Airport, Portugal. Built on the edge of a cliff, Madeira International Airport, also known as Cristiano Ronaldo Airport, is one of Europe's most technically challenging runways. The island's unpredictable Atlantic winds can shift direction in seconds, forcing pilots to constantly readjust during landing. The original runway was dangerously short, so engineers extended it by building a massive platform over the ocean, supported by hundreds of concrete pillars. Even with the extension, Madeira's approach remains wild. Planes often seem to float above the sea before sharply aligning with the runway at the last possible moment. Pilots must rely on precision instruments and intuition to land safely, making every arrival here a blend of engineering marvel and raw flying skill. 3. Paro Airport, Bhutan. Hidden deep within the Himalayas, Paro Airport is surrounded by peaks soaring over 18,000 feet. There's no radar guidance, only visual flying. Pilots must navigate through narrow valleys, make steep descents, and bank sharply just before landing. Only a handful of pilots in the entire world are certified to land here. Each approach requires pinpoint accuracy, with mountain walls appearing startlingly close to the cockpit windows. Wind gusts between mountain ridges and sudden visibility drops turn every approach into an intense balancing act. Yet, Paro is Bhutan's main international gateway, a breathtaking blend of beauty, danger, and human precision that few airports in the world can match. 2. Princess Juliana International Airport, St. Maarten. If you've ever seen viral beach videos of planes skimming over people's heads, that's Princess Juliana Airport. The runway begins just beyond Maho Beach, and aircraft descend to within 50 feet above tourists before touching down. This low approach isn't for show, it's necessary. The runway is only 7,500 feet long, surrounded by ocean on both sides. Pilots must be extremely precise. Too low and the landing gear could clip the fence or beach. Too high and they risk overshooting into the water. It's one of aviation's most famous and dangerous visual approaches. 1. Lukla Airport, Nepal, the gateway to Everest. At the top of the list stands Lukla Airport, officially known as Tenzing Hillary Airport, and often called the most dangerous in the world. Sitting at 9,334 feet above sea level, it serves as the main gateway for trekkers heading to Mount Everest. The runway is a mere 1,729 feet long with a steep incline, built on the edge of a mountain. At one end is a solid rock wall, at the other, a 1,000-foot drop into the valley. There are no second chances. If visibility drops or wind speeds shift, the flight must abort completely. Landing here is so extreme that only specially trained pilots are permitted and weather delays are common. Yet every year, hundreds of flights make this heart-stopping approach, proving that courage and precision remain at the heart of aviation. From frozen Arctic fjords to tropical beaches, these airports remind us that flying is not just about technology. It's about human skill, engineering brilliance, and courage under pressure. Each landing on this list pushes pilots to their limits, demanding focus, accuracy, and total confidence. So next time your flight touches down smoothly, take a moment to appreciate just how much goes into making it feel effortless. Because for some airports, landing is the most dangerous part of the journey. Which of these terrifying landings would you dare to experience? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed exploring the world's most dangerous airports, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more incredible stories from the skies.